What's good, YouTube? I just wanted to come by and drop a quick word about settling, or the idea of settling. I have allergies, by the way, so I probably sound a little bit stuffed up and my face maybe looks a little bit swollen. Those are allergies. Every day, some woman somewhere on one of my social medias or in one of my inboxes tells me that she doesn't want to be told by anybody to settle for a less attractive man or a man with less money. And that's her prerogative. I get that. Everybody gets their turn and everybody makes their own choices. Even so, anytime a man is obviously following that same logic, women are extremely offended. Because by that logic, men should only date the finest of IG models and never actually date or settle, for natural looking women who live normal lives, go to normal jobs, and don't have a camera on 24/7, and who haven't augmented their bodies or dedicated their lives to maintaining their bodies. And again, to each his own. This is no slight to those women or the women who are natural. The point is this: anytime a man is being shallow, or anytime men as a whole are seeming to lean a little bit more into that direction, women have a fit. But women tell me every day how they don't want to settle for a man who's not as attractive as the guy they last had a crush on, who is not as paid as the guy they last had a crush on. And I get that. I just want to make one thing clear though. We have to really start to fix our idea of settling. Whether it's guys who are a little bit less handsome or guys who have a little bit less money. If you want love and if you're looking for real love, and someone who affects your life in a positive way, and a guy is treating you right, he's treating you like a queen, he's considering you, he's attentive to you, he's passionate about your relationship, passionate about his own dreams and goals and ambitions. He has dreams and goals and ambitions. If a man's potential is unrealized, so he's not as successful as the last guy you had a crush on, the last high value man that you were pointed to by one of these other creators. And maybe he's not as tall or he's not as handsome as compared to that other guy. Which again is all taste, because some guys are just not handsome to you, but they're handsome to other women. The point is this: a man who treats his woman like she deserves to be treated, like she's supposed to be treated, like a man is supposed to attend to his woman, a man who takes that responsibility on, who takes that seriously, can never be settled for. Just like a good woman cannot be settled for. There's a lot of people out here being treated like shit by their spouses, men and women. Being dogged, being lied to, being cheated on. Those people are settling. The idea of settling is best pinned to a person's behavioral patterns, not their looks, not their surface attributes, but their behavior, what they stand for, their character. That's what people are settling for. By this logic, a lot of y'all would just say, well, if I can't drive a Ferrari, then I don't want to drive. I'll just walk. I get it, but I'm going to get to where I got to go. And I want something to help me do it. A lot of y'all are looking for healthy love, satiating love, real love, but then you don't respond to those things when they're offered to you behaviorally. Because you're so busy looking for this type of good-looking guy or that type of well-paid man. And he might not even have all the other qualities. It might not even be as attractive as a more decent individual who's offering you more, but you were convinced that if you don't have this thing or that thing, whatever it might be, because for some it's looks, for some it's money, for some it's other things, height or whatever it is. But if you're convinced that if you don't get that thing that you're unhappy, then no matter what a man does for you, you're not going to want him, you're not going to be happy. But that's your stinking thinking. That has nothing to do with what he's offering you. So many women I meet want love, want to be cared for, want to be nourished, want to be cherished. But when a guy offers them that, if he doesn't check one of these other less important boxes, they think that's settling. And again, it's their prerogative. I'm not here to tell you to settle. What I'm here to do is make a distinguishment between what's settling and what's not settling. A lot of y'all have gotten the high value, handsome, the tall man, the muscular man, the rich man, whatever you might want. And you're being treated like shit. You're being cheated on. You're being talked down to. You're being ruled over. You're being controlled. You're being abused. A woman will look at you and say, hey, she didn't settle. Look at what she got. She's getting her ass beat. She's being cheated on. She's being treated like a servant because she didn't settle. Again, I'm not here to tell y'all to go date guys that y'all don't like. What I'm telling y'all is settling has to first refer to what a man offers your life, how a man affects your life, and his behavior and his character. It cannot refer to his bank account, and it should never refer to his looks alone. Of course, we need to be attracted to our partners, but I don't think you can settle for somebody who considers you, who loves you, who treats you well, and who's honest and genuine and loyal. Y'all settling out here for these guys who have those looks, who have the bells and whistles, but don't have any of the character. Y'all settling to be in an ambiguous relationship where a guy doesn't want commitment and you've been screwing him for 14 months hoping that he changes his mind. Y'all settling for these guys that you don't know where they are, but you know they're somewhere cheating with someone at some time. But they don't answer your phone calls because they don't care about what's going on with you. They don't have to make it home on time. You're settling for that really handsome, really charming guy who screwed most of the women that you're at the party with. You're settling for men who think that they don't have a responsibility to answer to their women and who think that submission is woman to man only. You're settling for sexist, misogynist, narcissist players just to get next to some height, a bag, or a handsome face. Again, I'm not talking to every woman, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Some of y'all are so focused on the come up, so focused on other people looking at what you have and saying, oh my gosh, she's so lucky, that you'll take that lesser treatment, you'll take that lesser character, you'll go through the highs and lows of being invalidated and validated in a cycle, simply because you didn't settle, when you're in fact one of the main ones who've settled, because you've settled for lesser treatment, which affects you, your self-esteem, your strength, your personal value, a whole lot more than if a guy just made $30,000 less, or if he didn't have the style that you liked, or if he was a few inches shorter, but he was a good partner. I say all that to say this: what have you settled for? And anytime you're not getting the relationship, the treatment, the love, the attention, the respect that you're looking for, that you need to be happy, that you need to be whole, that you need to be proud of yourself, then you are settling. If you don't get the treatment you deserve, you are settling. Not if your man isn't as handsome as the guy that just walked past him. Not if he's not as tall, or not if he's not as desired by other women. A lot of people think they're high value and they ain't shit. And a lot of men have money and height and a lot of that stuff, but they don't treat their women with respect. What do you want from a man? How should a man treat you? What are you looking for? What will help you in your life? What will hurt you in your life? What kind of behavior assists in building you up, assists in encouraging you, assists in keeping you motivated and inspired? What does a man have to possess to do those things to empower his woman? I don't think you can settle for a man who empowers his woman. But you can settle for a guy with nice cologne, nice shoes, a couple inches taller, bigger bank account, and get treated like shit. Now keep in mind, a lot of wealthy, handsome men do treat their women well. So this isn't to minimize what they might do or to assume that a guy who has money won't treat his woman well. It's just to say that those things by themselves could never decide what a man's value is. And the problem is a lot of women want to come up, but they don't want to grow up with a man who's in his process. And especially a lot of these younger women. Younger women get out of college, be freshmen or sophomores in college, maybe just graduated college, and they want it all right now. But the average 24-year-old man to 23-year-old man don't have it all. So they go chasing these high-value men who are a few years older and who are a little bit more established because they want the fast forward. But if you are not willing to grow with your partner and develop with your partner, that will never prosper you. All of these quick come-ups come at a cost. Find you a man with some character and build with him. Get your shit together, contribute something, build a life together. Don't wait till a man builds his life and then try to join it and then expect the type of respect that a woman who would have built with him would have gotten. Anyway, all I'm saying is you're not settling for good men. You can never settle for a good man with loyalty, integrity, with ambition, who works hard, who does what he needs to for his family. You can never settle for that type of man. But you can settle for a guy who has those bells and whistles and treats you like shit. And I see that every day. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Follow me at KidFig24 on Instagram. Check out my new t-shirt store, Quirks and Quotes, at the link below. I'll get with y'all later.